Tariq St. Patrick, son of James St. Patrick. No code, no loyalty. And you smell just like him. I know the truth. I know who you are. And I'm gonna put you where you belong.
What's up, ugly ass niggas? This your boy Jay Miles, and I am back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your ugly ass friends. On today's video, we'll be covering Power Book 2 Ghost. And this one right here is going to be titled Denise Carter's Identity Revealed, Detective Carter's True Motive, and the Return of Ghost. Now, the reason why this one was titled that is because, well, you know, obviously I'm going to be covering all three of those in this particular video. And the reason why I'm doing it like that is because by doing some more digging and, you know, rewatching the episodes and researching, I believe there is a I think there's a link between all of them that no one else has noticed. And I'm not going to just say, you know, this is a 100% sure thing, but I think there is a possibility that this is what happened. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and just get into it. Now, I'm also going to be adding in Detective Carter's, you know, character description as well. Might as well go ahead and put that in there along with it. So, you know, like I do the other characters, I'm going to go ahead and just read out his character description. And it reads, Detective Don Carter is a rising NYPD officer who was on track to become police commissioner until his wife was killed in a crossfire between rival drug gangs. Vowing to make the streets safer, Carter traded in his tie for a cavalry vest and now leads an elite NYPD drug task force that elicits concrete results against drug-related violence. While his achievements are noteworthy of public recognition, nothing can bring back his lost love. Now, I mean, pretty much in his description, you know, I really don't have to break it down too much because they really didn't give us much. And I believe the reason why, you know, they didn't give us much is because they don't want us to know too much about him, because he is the main focus of this season. I told y'all all, you know, throughout the when they first was coming out with the new season that this man was going to be ugly as hell. So they can't give us too much in his description because they don't want certain, you know, certain secrets and stuff like that to be decoded, like, you know, a lot of us are good at doing by getting their descriptions. So they kind of, you know, just gave us some basic information so that we wouldn't be able to know exactly what's going on with him. So, but, you know, the things that was said, you know, his wife was killed in a drug, you know, related crossfire from rival gang members, right? So this is my thing, and what I think is most vital and what's important. I kind of wish they would have gave us a time frame, you know, on when his wife was taken out. Is it long ago? Is it more recent? Or when exactly did it happen? Now, I'm going to go with, I believe that it happened close to around the time of Ghost's passing. That's what I think the time, because judging by, you know, how, you know, we was given the introduction of Carter, it seems as if to me that when he was talking to the priest, that is kind of more of a recent thing. Not recent, but, you know, it hasn't been that long ago. Maybe, in my opinion, if I had to guess, I would say it happened anywhere between a 3 to 4 year time frame, which would give you close to also around the time Ghost was allegedly killed, right? So hold on to that, because I definitely am going to be coming back to that. But for furthermore to dig into Carter's life, right? I want to address something that I kind of been noticed, but I just wasn't able to fully figure out who was behind all of this. Now, what I want to address is episode 9 of season 3. And that's the one titled, A Gift? The Last Gift, right? And that's when Saxe gave out his letters. And then also on episode 10, a flash drive was given, right? So I want to address that situation, because clear as day something fishy is going on with that, and I'm going to give you guys my opinion on it. So in episode 9, I think 3 people was given a letter, right? Monet was given a letter, 2-Bit was given one, and also Jennifer Sullivan. Those 3 were given letters, and Jennifer's letter basically was just telling, her to, let the white whale go. Don't try to retaliate and stuff like that. He wasn't really, and he was saying, from where I am, I can play just as dirty. Now, and then Monet's letter was basically saying that, if something happened to him, he said, he blames. Oh yeah, he also said this in Jennifer's letter too, that he blames Tariq for what happened. And also he was, in Monet's letter, he was saying that Tariq was working with the feds. And then the last letter, 2-Bit's letter, we don't know exactly what was in his letter, but we do know that, he was given Tasha's Whitsett address, right? And also Tasha's Whitsett address was also on Monet's letter. So this is my theory. Let's go ahead and go to, also the flash drive, I gotta address that too. A flash drive was also given to Junior, as we all know. Now here's my theory. Clearly, if you've been paying attention, these things wasn't given out by Cooper Saxe. And even if it was, who was set up, who was arranged to give out all these letters and the flash drive in case of, he passed away? They never revealed that, and I think it's the reason why they never revealed it is because Cooper Saxe never did it. It wasn't him. Now, I will say this. It's possible he may have wrote the letters, but absolutely the flash drive was not given out by him. And I used to, at the beginning, I was wrecking my brain trying to figure out why would he give that flash drive to Junior? Doesn't make sense, but now it does, and I'm going to tell you why. I believe that absolutely the flash drive, and maybe the letters as well, was given out by none other than Detective Don Carter. And the reason why is because he had motive. His motive is because he also wanted to, he blames Tariq for what happened between him and, what happened to his wife. So this is his way of getting revenge on the St. Patrick's. Because if you go back, in the beginning where they first introduced us to Don Carter, he was talking with the priest, and the priest asked him, has he, basically retaliated on anything, the events that happened between his wife, and he said no. And that his task force has been keeping him busy and, etc. But this is the thing. I think because no one knew about those green cards. Think about it. The only one knew about those green cards was Davis. I believe Davis knew. Or did Davis even know? Hold on. For sure, Rashad and Tariq obviously knew. Obi knew. And Braden found out from Obi. But now that I think about it, I'm not even exactly sure if, Davis knew. Davis may have knew. I'm kind of wrecking my brain right now. But either way, Cooper Saxe was taken out before the green cards thing was even established. So there's no way he was the actual one gave out the flash drive. Because, Junior said that the green card information was on it. So there's no way Cooper Saxe gave out that flash drive. And this is my thing. Later on, Carter ends up showing up. He's talking about the same green cards. Like, how the hell did he figure out all of that information that he found out so quickly? Think about that. I believe he was able to get into that information because he was the one who did it. So that's how he knew the information already. He already knew exactly where to go. He already knew, exactly who Obi was, who Noma was. He knows all of that information. And his motive behind it was to ultimately get back at Tariq St. Patrick. He's trying to, punish him because basically Tariq is being punished for his father's sins. And I will get to that point a little later. But yeah, so all of this is, basically about Carter getting his revenge for the death of his wife. He's blaming the St. Patrick family for what happened to his wife. Now, let's go ahead and transition over to, let's transition over into digging into his wife, what was said about her, and, what little information we do know about her, right? So, as I just read up into the description, it was said that she was killed. Let me go ahead and read it so I won't misquote it. It says, Detective Don Carter is a rising NYPD officer who was on track to become police commissioner until his wife was killed in a crossfire between rival drug gangs. So, rival drug gangs is what they said she was killed by, right? And then later on in episode 2, for those of you who caught it, he was Tariq was on the phone with Davis, right? And Tariq was asking Davis about Don Carter and, if he knew anything about him. And Davis basically said that his wife was killed at the ER by, some kind of a drug related situation, crossfire, where she was they was trying to go after somebody who was on a stretcher. It was something like that. Those aren't his exact words, but he said something like that. I would have the footage and put it in there and then look in it for us to review it, but unfortunately my laptop is down right now, so I can't use it to capture the footage. But He said something like that when he was on the phone with Tariq. Like, I literally just watched it not too long ago. So my thing is he said that, you know, she was killed at the ER. So since she was killed at the ER, you know, and had somebody, the person that they was trying to, you know, finish. Yeah, David said that they was trying to finish off someone. So basically, it looks like somebody may have been shot, and they was just, and then the people who, you know, was after him was trying to finish the job, and end up hitting his wife in the, you know, and end up hitting his wife in the process of trying to get whoever was on that stretcher. So that tells me that Carter's wife was more than likely a nurse working at the hospital. So now let's go ahead and transition over to the last part. As we all know, Carter was, Ghost was shot by his son Tariq at his nightclub Truth. So the thing that stood out that I want to point out is that I know a lot of people has already seen, is that immediately after the shooting, you can hear it on episodes 13 of season 6 and 15, an ambulance siren going off when Tommy had Ghost on, you know, was on the floor with Ghost while he was on the ground, and he allegedly passed away right there, right? And then also on episode 15, you could even see the ambulance, you know what I'm saying, going by Tariq while he was walking. So clearly, an ambulance was rushing towards Truth. And then, you know, but when Tariq came and did his little stunt, acting like he didn't know what was going on, you know, the ambulance was, and police had already been there. Look how quickly they got there. Like, that's really crazy how quickly they were there. Almost as if that the whole thing was planned out in case, and I believe that's exactly what happened. Ghost knew that there was he knew very much that there was a possibility that Tariq would do that. So he had everything planned. Kind of similar to what Zion told us. Remember, he said Ghost knew how to fix a problem before it became a problem. So Ghost already seen that Tariq was going to do that. So he already had something in play in case of it. He had the ambulance ready. He probably did switch the bullets in that gun so that it wouldn't make a fatal impact. And he was rushed to the hospital by his ambulance company. But here's my theory. I believe that it's possible that Ghost had, you know, Ghost during this time period had a lot of enemies. A lot of people wanted Ghost dead, including Rashad, you know what I'm saying, including, Tariq and other people who may have even known him along the way. So I think there's a possibility that while Ghost was being rushed to the hospital, to the ER, whatever, that someone attempted to attack Ghost's life and ended up hitting Carter's wife, Denise, in the process, killing her. And that, my friends, is the reason why Carter holds a mean grudge against the St. Patrick's. So Tariq is paying for the sins of his father. But at the same time, it's his sins too, because he's the one who shot his father. His father would have never happened to be rushed to the hospital if his little lad didn't shoot him. So there you have it. But here's the thing. Like I said, I believe that, Ghost was rushed to that hospital. He did survive. But what it is that since Ghost's life was in danger so much, like, he was shot at the club and then somebody attempted to try to take him out again while he was being rushed to the hospital. I think the Democratic Party, seen it as his life to be in grave danger, which it was. So they took him out, hid him, put him in something similar to where he could be in full, protection on a maximum security building or something like that, where he's protected until later on. Whenever they're ready to, they're going to go ahead and, announce that he's been alive this whole time, similar to how they did with Lauren. He's been alive this whole time, and that, now he, they're revealing it. Now, will Tariq be arrested in the process because maybe Ghost revealed to them that he's the one shot him? I don't exactly know. And I'm not really trying to make that a video. Not really trying to dig too hard up in that. But I think that could be how they introduce Ghost to us. And Ghost just pops up on Tariq and shock and scare the living hell out of him. And if it happens that way, that could also be another way that the new spinoff Influence can be introduced to us, because Ghost would still be a politician. And then you got Rashad and, the other politicians and law enforcement characters that's, involved. So, there you have it, ugly ass niggas. Now, I know it's going to be a lot of ugly ass niggas up in these comments hating, saying that shit ain't going to happen. But you just never know, ugly ass niggas. But anyways, though, y'all definitely let me know in the comments, what do y'all think? Is it possible that Don Carter was the one behind all of those Cooper Saxe letters and the flash drive? And also, of course, could his wife Denise have been taken out by someone attempting to take out Ghost? And that's the reason why Carter has such a grudge against him. Now, it could be just, because of Tariq doing what he did with Paz and stuff like that, and he's trying to, help Paz because he vowed to, take down the person who took out her son. But it does seem like, that absolutely it was deeper than that. It's like it was personal. So y'all let me know. Could you see this bearing any fruit? But, pretty much that's all I got for y'all as far as this particular video. I know it got kind of a little long, but hey, glad niggas, I had to get all the points out. But, like usual, if you're cool with me, fool with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your glad friends. But until the next video, I'm out.